Hi, I'm Lori Dufresne, Certified Health Coach with Optavia. I'm really excited to walk you through the first steps that you need to take on getting started on your health journey. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and we will get started. So a little bit about me. My husband and I found this program about 5.5 years ago, and I will tell you, this is the most amazing program that has ever come our way, and we are just super excited to spread health into so many of our friends and family over the last few years. Very excited to show you the tips necessary that you need to set yourself up for success. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to your email. Once your order has been placed, you should have received an email that looks very similar to this, or the format may change, but it'll be a welcome email from Optavia, and it's going to be walking through some specific things that you're going to want to do to get started on your health journey. So please be sure to read through that and print off the documents that I'm going to be sharing with you in just a little bit. So in your box that you receive, you're going to be getting an Optavia guide, a little spiral notebook that looks like this, and we're going to be walking you through some of those steps right now. One of the first things we're going to want to talk about is your lean and green meal. So depending on what program you're on, this will still apply to you. It's just going to show you, depending on if you're on the 5-in-1 plan or the 4-in-2 plan or even the 3-in-3 plan, it's going to share with you how many, just how to utilize these pages right here. So on page 18 and 19 of your Optavia guide, you will be able to see the following. Now this is going to be separated on page 18 right here, the leanest, leaner, and leaner category of your protein. Now, does not matter what you choose. The only reason they're separated is it's going to also tell you how many healthy fats. So if you're choosing something from the leanest, you're going to have 2 healthy fats, leaner, 1 healthy fat, and lean, no healthy fats. So you just want to make sure that you're only choosing protein sources that are on this list. If it's not posted, then it will not get you into a fat burning state. Okay, healthy fats are posted here down below, and I'm also going to share a document with you in just a few minutes that is going to give you more healthy fat options. All right, moving on into the green portion of the lean and green, you're going to get 3 servings from the green option list, and that's going to be, again, if it's not on the list, try to stay away from it. Stay away from the higher carb vegetables, high starch vegetables, things like potatoes and carrots and peas. Believe it or not, onions are not, they're a little too high of a carb to get you into fat burning. So when you're making your choices, let's just use an example. Let's say you want to have chicken breast on the grill and you want to have a salad with cucumbers and tomatoes. Okay, we just look and see where it's on the list. So right here is where you're going to find the chicken. It's going to say 6-ounce portion with 1 healthy fat. Perfect. So you're going to weigh that on your food scale right after you cook it, and that's going to be 6 ounces of that. You're going to come to the veggies and say, okay, I wanted that lettuce, and you're going to say 1 cup of that. Cucumbers is right here, and that's going to be 1/2 cup of that. And you're going to choose your tomatoes, which is down here, and you get 1/2 cup of that. So again, that's your 3 servings. And then you also remember here, it says you get 1 healthy fat. I switched the slide there. 1 healthy flat fat. You're going to go under here, and that's going to be your 2 tablespoons of a low-carb salad dressing for your healthy fat. Okay, so there's your lean and green meal. Now, depending on what plan you're on, your coach is going to walk you through how many of these specific lean and greens that you're going to be having in the day. All right, so moving on. Now, let's say you're in between meals and you feel like having a little something extra. You feel like, oh, I just have the munchies. There's something I want. So you get some options here on page 20 of your Optavia guide. You can have 3 celery stalks. That's always my favorite go-to because there's lots of munching going around there, and it makes you feel like you're eating more than you are. And then also, you could have a sugar-free popsicle, Jell-O, sugar-free mints. This dill pickle spears is always a crowd favorite. Everyone loves to have their pickles. And then you could also choose almonds, walnuts, or pistachios. If you do choose this, just make sure you stick to it, because sometimes the portion control issue happens with those, and you want to make sure if you have an unhealthy relationship with them like I do, where I keep going back for more, you might want to stay away from those while you're in fat burning. Okay. Also, the condiments right here on page 21 of your Optavia guide. This is just a few of the choices spices. I'm going to be sharing with you in a minute what you can also spice your foods up with. Now, this can be applied towards your fuelings. This can be applied towards your lean and green. There's pages and pages of little sauces, and keep in mind, you know, when you are using the fuelings, let's say the soups or the savories like the penne or mashed potatoes, whatever it is, they're always made for a bland palate because we have teenagers eating this and we have 90-year-olds eating this. So we need to make it pretty bland, but you get to spice it up to your liking, which is really nice. We want to keep it to 3 condiments a day. All right, again, this is the healthy fat list. It's a little bit more than the one in the Optavia guide. It's going to give you more options that you can have for your healthy fats. All right, you can get this document on your welcome email that you received once your order was placed. You're going to be referencing that quite a bit. Be sure you read through the entire welcome email, and then you'll be able to print these documents there as well. And here's some more salad dressing options for you. Have fun with this plan, you guys. It's really a lot of fun. Doesn't have to be super boring every day like chicken and broccoli. We're going to spice it up and show you lots of different recipes that you can enjoy for your lean and greens as well. Now, this is the vegetarian options that you have as well, with eggs and cheese and Boca burgers and all kinds of things that you can have for your additional if you are vegetarian. Okay, and in the Optavia guide on page 32, it's a fold out page that is going to help you keep track of your plan. You're going to want to document everything, especially while you're getting used to it. You guys, the journal is there for a reason. It is very important to your success. It's going to help you track everything that goes into your mouth, and it's also going to help us as your coach to be able to assist you to get the very best results. So there may be times where we say, hey, take a snapshot of that journal so we can take a peek at it and see what we can do to make any modifications necessary. But it's going to help you keep your fuelings, keep track of your fuelings, your lean and greens, and your water. Okay, so a couple quick reference notes I want to go through with you. When you wake up on day 1, I want you to make sure you empty your stomach, go to the restroom, strip down, and weigh yourself, okay? We don't want you weighing in throughout the day. You're gonna weigh more at night, so don't weigh yourself at night and set you up for that. I highly recommend after you get that first weigh in, put your scale away. Don't mess with the mind game that it plays with you. Don't even allow it. Let this be a brand new experience for you. If you start focusing on all the great things that are happening and the energy you're feeling and the way you're sleeping at night and the way your clothes are feeling, it's all going to be happening anyway. The number can sometimes play a mind game on us. So we really want to make sure that you can just be as successful as you can. Keep yourself in that positive state of being so that you can really move forward on your health. It's a very exciting journey, and I always challenge people to really make this different than anything else you've done before. So treat it differently, all right? Take those measurements in your before picture. I did not do this and I regret it because I did not want to take a look at, I was like, I don't even want to know what I look like. I don't want to know any of that. I do regret it because there is going to be a moment. It takes a long time for our eyes to catch up to our body. And so even though I lost 30 pounds, I still looked in the mirror and thought, oh my gosh, did I even lose weight? So I really wish I had that before picture that I could gauge it to see that side-by-side difference. I can guarantee you this, guys. This program is so amazing and it fights off that inflammation in your body. People start seeing a difference in like their first week in their face. It's amazing how fantastic this program works when you start getting that nutrition dialed in and fighting the inflammation in your body. Eat within 30 minutes of waking up. This is really, really important. So we want to get that fire burning, and I'm going to discuss fat burning in just a couple minutes, but 30 minutes within waking up that you want to fuel your body. So you're going to be eating every 2 to 3 hours without going over 3 hours. This is very important all the way until you go to bed, you guys. The way the fat burning plan works is that we need to put fuel on the fire to burn that fat every 3 hours that you are awake. All right, you're going to be printing off that condiment list and vegetarian list, like I said, that I showed you earlier. You're going to find that in your welcome email. Okay, make sure you print that off and keep it in your kitchen. You could even take a screenshot of it to put it on your phone or save it on your home screen. You're going to shoot for drinking 64 to 100 ounces of water a day. If you're not there yet, it's okay. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. So do the best that you can, but it is very important in fat burning to flush that fat out of your body. And so really that's the way to help eliminate it. And so it's really important. If you really are not a good water drinker, that visual of flushing the fat out of your body should really help you to get that water down. Okay, and then you're gonna, again, recheck and familiarize yourself with page 18, 19, and 20 in your Optavia guide. That's where your lean and greens. Take a snapshot of it, keep it on your phone, so when you're grocery shopping, you can actually reference that and know if those protein and vegetable options are good choices for you. We also have weekly support calls on Wednesday night to put that on your calendar. They're fantastic. They're gonna set you up for the healthy mind component of what this program is gonna give to you. Okay, so if you would like, oops, I'm sorry, I messed this up here. And then you're going to want to cut your exercise in half while you're going into fat burning state. You could discuss this with your coach. The reason why is that your energy source is coming from your fat cells in your fat stores, and it's a little bit of a different process. So if we go over exercising a little bit too much, usually that magical number is about 20 minutes. So if you, I don't want to go into too much detail of this right now, but definitely discuss with your health coach what the right exercise activity is for you while you're getting yourself into that fat burning state. If you are, sorry, my slide messed up here. I'm going to discuss this one too. If you are experiencing a slight headache in your first couple of days, it's okay. This plan is very low sodium, so when you're drinking as much water as you are, you're flushing out the little bit of sodium that you have. Sometimes you could have a little bit of an electrolyte imbalance, and you can drink a little bit of Powerade Zero. Make sure it's 0 sugar, 0 carb, okay? And let's talk about fat burn. Fat burn is amazing. What's going to start happening is that it takes about 3 to 4 days for your body to start burning fat for fuel. That's where your energy source is going to be coming from. So it's very important to think about a visual example of, let's say you're at the beach and you're having a bonfire. We want to keep that fire burning. So we're going to need to add a log to the fire every 2 to 3 hours, every 2 to 3 hours to keep the fire burning. So think about that, applying it into your body, your metabolism. We were going to keep the fire burning. So we need to add fuel, which is our fuelings, every 2 to 3 hours, every 2 to 3 hours that we are awake. So we're actually going to be burning fat while we're sleeping, you guys. This is truly amazing. Now, the benefits of fat burn, if you can get yourself into fat burn, you're not going to be as hungry. This is low glycemic eating. You're not going to be craving as much as you normally crave. Your appetite is going to get very much smaller. You might even get to a point when you're eating your lean and green that it's like, oh my gosh, it's so much food, I can't finish it. Believe it or not, you will be feeling that way. I used to have a very hefty appetite. And so I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But I really realized, I was like, this is crazy. I've never felt this good. Energy throughout the day. It's almost as if you have an internal battery pack attached to you. That's what it feels like. It's amazing because your energy is coming from your fat cells and fat stores, and we have an endless supply in our body. So what's happening is that you're fueling, your energy's coming. It's like a little fat burning factory going on in your body. So stay in fat burn, stay connected with your coach so that you can find, your coach is going to assist to make sure your body is going into fat burn and staying in fat burn. All right. Things to stay away from are going to be alcohol, extra sugar, and extra carbohydrates. If it's not in your Optavia guide, stay away from it, so that way you're ensuring that you are going to get into a fat burning state. Now, there are other options. The 5-in-1 plan, 5 fuelings in one day and 1 lean and green, is the most restrictive. So it's not for everyone, you guys, and it's okay. The most important thing is to be staying connected, and you're going to hear me say it again, stay connected with your health coach, because if you're not getting the maximum benefits, or it's not feeling like, I had some drinks on the weekend and it took me out of fat burn, it takes me 4 days to get back into fat burn, it might not be the right plan for you. Maybe we can explore a 4-in-2 plan that's going to give you a little bit less restriction. Some people love the structure and the restriction. Some people don't. So it's okay either way. We just need to connect with you and customize a plan that's going to be just right for you. Okay, a couple more things here that we're going to wrap it up. So this is fantastic. Again, talking about staying connected with your coach, the Habits of Health system, our weekly support calls. Also, you might want to text here on to Optavia 30, the number 99000, and this is the day before you start. So you can get some daily text messages, and it's going to get you set up for success and also give you reminders whenever we have our Wednesday night calls. Okay. A couple little tools that you can take advantage of here is answers.optavia.com. It's an amazing site that has all kinds of resources for you. Let's say you lose your Optavia guide and you want to look at that, or you want to learn more about fat burning, or you want to, get some more documents on the condiment guide, or some more recipes or whatever. You're going to find your answers here. So answers.optavia.com. And also, I highly recommend you all going to YouTube and subscribing to Habits of Health Zoom calls. Now you go there, that's where you're going to find all of your recordings of the Habits of Health calls. And also you can get that on podcast as well. So go ahead and talk to your health coach to get more details on how to get all that set up if you have any questions. We have a wonderful Healthy Together community on Facebook. This is our client support page. This is where we get together in community. Keep in mind, you become like the 5 people you surround yourself the most with. So think about, are you getting that support in your own personal community? I didn't. I learned that I needed to create my own community. I started inviting friends and family over, and we started making cauliflower pizza, and we started, learning all these different lean and green recipes. It starts with just a couple people. The more you incorporate your friends and family into your new lifestyle, the more they start becoming awakened into health as well, and you set yourself up for more success. But while you're doing that, participate in our Facebook support page, because we are better together. We learn, we celebrate, we encourage. You get to be lifted by everyone else that's moving forward in their health, and their success is going to encourage you that you can do it too. I know that made all the difference in the world for me, and so that's why we are really, really encouraging you to participate in the community. Share your victories. Share what you're going through. I can guarantee that if you're going through something, somebody else is as well, and your victory can absolutely make a difference in another person's life. There's a saying that I absolutely love, and it's one man's story can unlock or give the keys to someone to unlock another from their prison. I think I said that right. But if you really think about that, I think about the years and years of struggle and pain and insecurities that I dealt with being overweight and struggling with that. And just my friend Susie being able to share with me what the success was that her and her husband had on plan, it completely set my husband and I free from that struggle. We now have been going 5 years strong of just living a healthy lifestyle without the yo-yo up and down, without having to wonder, what am I going to eat and how am I going to keep this weight off? And I'm so depressed and I'm so tired. It's made all the difference in the world. Share your story, share your victories. Really, really connect with our community so we can support you. We have wonderful lean and green recipes. We have fueling hacks. We've got guides and information, lots of things to do during the holidays. If you go under photos on this Healthy Together page, under albums, you're going to see all of these wonderful recipes and encourage you to participate. Post your wonderful recipes in there too that are really helping you to move forward and stay on track towards health. Remember this, I'm going to leave you with this. Success is always, it's gonna be a little messy sometimes. So we order our box, we're excited, we're like, yeah, I'm laser focused, I'm gonna go make this happen, but then those little hiccups happen, right? Those little bumps in the road, those obstacles show up, and they sometimes can set us back a little bit. Again, stay connected with your health coach. We like to say with Optavia, the obstacle is the way. Those obstacles that keep popping up, those walls we keep coming up against, those weekend parties, those barbecues, those weddings, whatever it is that keeps stopping us from staying focused on our goals, those are the obstacles that when we can learn how to break through them, it can completely set you free. And that's where the healthy mind component of our plan comes in. Cannot encourage you enough to stay connected with us. Stay connected in our community. You may decide that you want to pay it forward and help people too. And I will tell you, by far, the reason that I and my husband have been able to stay successful is because we're helping other people create success in their lives as well. Being healthy what is it? Getting healthy is like the laundry. It's never done. We can't expect that our health journey is ever going to be done. We're never going to check it off the list. We're always moving down into the next level of health, always continuously setting new goals. If we don't have goals, we're going to stay stagnant, or we're going to start going backwards. So the more you become Optavia the optimal way, and you implement that into your life, the more successful you're going to be. I am super excited that you have said yes to your health. I'm super excited that you decided to join us with Optavia, and we are welcoming you all with open arms, and just let you know that we want to help you succeed. So stay connected, and we're going to be cheering you all on. Have a great day, everyone, and good luck to you on your journey.